Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So, gone around trying to find some search and rescue missions. Spent a ton of the money I had made. I swear I spent 120,000 just fast traveling around the world. Finally got, what I needed there. So now we have search and rescue hoist available as a specialization. And so we can see that is over here in the, I think, South China Sea. You can see my last point of the pilot was over here around the Black Sea. I basically, made my way across Russia. There's very little in Russia, by the way. Like, you get over into this area, you can see you've got entire circles that have like barely any missions. So it's kind of nuts how certain areas of the world have nothing. But yeah, I found the search and rescue mission here in Italy, and I accomplished it, but it was, I think, sheer luck. It was another one of those where you had to land the helicopter on a slope. It typically would slide, and at one point I landed so hard it said I damaged the landing gear, and maybe, I don't know, I stuck myself in the snow enough that it's kind of how it worked out, and it hung on enough for me to get the guy out. And then obviously it was white knuckle landing, like, my god, I don't want to ruin this, so hopefully it'll work, but not sure. But if I go back to my specialization, this is what I unlocked after performing 10 search and rescue rotorcraft missions. So definitely, again, just some grinding over the days, waiting for missions to show up. Finally got myself here. So, aboard your helicopter, you'll have to locate and rescue people lost in the wilderness. Use your piloting skills to navigate difficult terrain while ensuring the safety and rescue of individuals in distress. Each mission is a race against time to save lives and offer a glimmer of hope to those in danger. And then all I have left in rotorcraft are these, which would require a cargo transport, which would be these with an S, which, I don't know that I'm going to be able to pull it off. But, and then again, we'd be using this giant plane here, or potentially, I guess, the Chinook. I don't know. I've not seen that one or had to deal with that one, but right now, that's the closest. And just as then a reminder, we've got these 3 types, and it's just a matter of, am I going to do all the firefighting missions again to unlock this? These, I think, if and when I get to them, they'll be unlocked through my cargo company. But right now, I don't even have a plane to do medium missions, so I would have to just grind along, get enough to get the caravan, and then start doing medium missions, and then again, achieve them with A or above. So, a tall order and a long order. So this may honestly be the last career video for a while. I'm watching these rivets or whatever just like look like Christmas lights. It's very strange. I don't know if you can see that in the video, and they've probably always done that, but I did not realize that they do that. So, yeah, I'm not sure how my plane suddenly has all these colors and stuff. I did not repaint it or select something different intentionally, but maybe something happened. I mean, it's cool if I go in. I haven't used it since it appeared this way, but it was while I was doing rotorcraft stuff, it did that. So, I don't know what happened. Alright, so let's get ourselves over here to the South China Sea, and there you go, alone at sea in South China Sea area. So, Dina, a visiting tourist, went missing as she was sailing near South China Sea with a boat. The boat seems to have hit trouble, but there's no one in sight and no lifeboat either. Weather conditions at sea can turn bad fast, pretty dangerous, especially if you're in distress. So we don't have a minute to waste. See if we can do this, or if this is going to turn into the last type of mission like this that I tried, which was the hook. I did complete that mission offline. It was hard. Again, what I've asked at this point is the individual who helped me learn helicopters. I know they're like I'm way ahead of them in the career and whatever, and so I told them, like, hey, if you get to the point where you're doing these, I'd love to hear your feedback on, is it just something that I just have to become a better pilot, or are these missions really set up in such a way that they're, you know, really, really difficult to complete? Because the thing is, like, clearly I have my controls working on the aircraft, but trying to get the hovers to work and so forth is just so insanely difficult. I don't know, and so I'm worried I'm going to have a similar experience here, but we'll see. So my goal is to get it done. But if I don't, again, after a certain number of deaths, I'll probably be like, all right, I just am going to have to handle this. But, you know, because basically we're going to have to get them out of the water, and then we have to get back. So the hardest part is going to be getting them out of the water, which obviously is what I'd like to get. You know, obviously I had the hoist endorsement, so you've seen that. I was able to achieve that. But once again, I think, I was doing all of that with the wrong controls to some degree. So I got it to work, but it was not pretty. So lately, I also haven't been saying anything about the loading times. In early episodes, I definitely was stopping and sometimes telling you how long it took. Like, that was what you saw. So we're up to that point where things are loading that way. So I think, again, Microsoft and or Asobo, whoever's in charge of that stuff, has been doing some good work in getting things moving. So yeah, this is like, it's like a little bit of PTSD when I see this, because I'm like, no, I want snow, because, hold on, I'll let him talk.
We just got word that a woman named Dina has gone missing near Terepa waters with a boat. We don't have much time to find her. Conditions out there are rough, and we've got no news so far. Let's get on site ASAP and start searching. Take a quick look around. You should be able to spot something useful or locate her. I'll be online the whole time to coordinate with other authorities.
Oh goodness, so not only do we have to get there, we're gonna also have to do like the search and rescue and find her and then get her? Oh goodness, that's a lot, but that's okay.
Tower Papa Kilo, uniform X-ray Victor ready at helipad 1 west departure.
Alright.
Papa Kilo, uniform X-ray Victor QNH 101 west departure approved. Cleared for takeoff helipad 1.
Oh, okay.
Cleared for takeoff, helipad 1 uniform X-ray Victor.
So, let's get going. Yeah, and again, like, I've gotten pretty good at managing the collective to do stuff appropriately, but...
Your map should display your assigned search area. Check it regularly.
And again, I'm gonna get myself there, because at this point with these career missions, it's just...
They're quite concerned, as you can imagine.
Kind of let's get there, although man, this is a beautiful location. Wow.
Time is critical. Start the search as soon as you get on site. For someone at sea, hypothermia can kick real quick.
Okay, I guess we'll
Tower Papa
acknowledge.
Kilo, uniform X-ray Victor continue for west departure.
Sorry, whoops. I'm trying to get my map up, because once again, when it saves it, then I know, hey, if I need to do a mission, but I don't have to do multiples of these at any point, so I'm kind of past that grindy stage with the helicopter. It's just somehow getting a cargo hook at S level, which is going to mean I'd have to pick up cargo, I'd have to deliver it, and I'd have to do it in such a way and in such an expeditious manner that I'm judged superb, or whatever the heck S means. But, so yeah, so what I'm probably going to then be doing is more 2024 content, just as I'm doing other missions. I mean, obviously I'm still going to have 2020 stuff. It's interesting, there's like a little orange boat on my LittleNavMap. I'm half tempted to show you, but I'm just worried it's going to mess things up here. So, yeah, I don't know if that's where I'm going. So, I've never seen that before, but I've never, like, been out in the water. Okay. So you still get to play with all of this stuff.
Uniform X-ray Victor frequency change.
Okay. So now I'm going to get myself there. Because we just want to, yeah, and it is near that boat. That little orange boat, so that's interesting.
You're over the search zone. Locate the lifeboat now and fast.
Alright.
Our boat is orange. Maybe this will help you spot something in that landscape.
Our boat is orange. Alright. So yes, it's similar. The only difference here is we're over water. Alright, let me go down a little bit. So I'm a little, feel I'm a little high. And that's okay. I don't want to be like whoops, I'm going further down. I don't want to do that. I want to go up. Whoop. Wait a minute. Was that it? Wow, that was...
Artemis,
that's disorienting then. I did not realize...
The guys from Tarempa are already patrolling there.
Okay, well... yeah, the water doesn't... It's nothing like the other space where I... could tell I was getting close to the water because of the ripples and stuff. I mean, it was like a pane of glass, and suddenly I'm like, boom. So, yeah, that was bad. So I apologize for that. So I'll try to do better. But yeah, so I'm still going down at, with the collective at 50. You know, and again, I need to obviously keep moving. I assume it's going to be similar, where we're going to see a little bit of, like, we're going to have the smoke and see, but I just don't know. I don't want to go too low, but I also don't want to suddenly have to descend from way up in there. So, I mean, I was trying to get down. And I'm just flying to the other side. Okay, so it's on the other side of the island, too. You can see in the search area, there's that little slightly lighter purple, which I'm assuming is the island. So, yeah, this is a big search area. But as compared to what we had on... Alright, well, now I'm at 600 feet again, so... Let me not... I mean, it's easier to tell with the island that something's going on, but yeah. I mean, and I suppose if I had to search and rescue her from the island, that would be fine. But yeah, what I'm worried is this is going to be... Okay, the guy's going to go in, he's going to look like a dead fish, and then I'm going to have to, like, drag him to her... Gonna just start circling around the edge so that I can define what my edge is. So what I do with these, I haven't really explained my methodology, but since I have LittleNavMap and it draws where I fly, my process has usually been, and I usually don't fly across like I did there. But since it's open water, I was hoping, you know, given the height I was at, that I might be able to see things. I'm still going down a bit, so I want to be... Well, now I'm not. Wow. That went up really fast. Alright, so we'll go out this way. So, as opposed to going across, what I used to do... God, this is really disorienting. So the thing I do enjoy about these missions is, like, you know, for what it is, I mean, obviously I have no frame of reference, like how realistic this seems, and I think it's very, very unlikely I'm going to have a search and rescue pilot, helicopter pilot, watch my video and be like, oh yeah.
She went with a ship. Should be easy to spot. It's bright orange. Can't miss it.
Uh-huh. So she keep telling me, but right now all I see is a lot of blue. But I feel it gives me the feel with these missions of like what it... Oh, that tree in the middle of the water is a little odd. But maybe there's an island out there, because if you look... Now that island is to the left. I'm looking up at the map, so yeah. I think that's just like a little bit of an anomaly. But it gives you a little bit of that feeling of how futile sometimes it must feel doing these things and searching for people, because it's just this blue water. You've got the reflection of the clouds in it to make it even look weirder, like you've got snow on the ground, but obviously you don't. It's just clouds reflected in the water. So it does show the stillness of things. I'm half curious if... Oh, I see. That's the smoke from the boat. So we must have been, like, past the boat at that point. If it's going to be, like, right near the boat, I'm going to be, like, really disappointed. Because, like, obviously we started over the boat, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to, like, go and look in the search area. And... Okay. I'm glad it's not a tree. So I'm like, what is a tree doing in the middle of the water? How did someone, you know, how did the terrain thing mess up that much? But yeah, this is where definitely... So I have tried flying inside the cockpit on the helicopters. I have a really hard time knowing what I'm looking at, like, on the instruments. Like, to me, having the gauges underneath, especially the power thing. Like, I can see the needle, but the other needle doesn't appear to exist on there. As, you know, the collective needle, the blue, purple needle, whatever you want to call it. It's probably more purple than it is blue. So yeah, she didn't just, like, get stuck. She, like, caught on fire, which is a little crazy, but... Okay, so I'm assuming, like, that wasn't her,
Use
right?
this only when you found her, please.
Okay.
Already told you that.
I know you did, but I'm like, it's the only thing I've seen, like, hey, your boat is your boat. Yeah, but what this does is now as I fly the perimeter, I then, on my little nav map off to the side, know what my range is, and then I can kind of, in essence, probably like a pilot would make a plan with a grid search with a map, do something similar, you know, where again, they'd be drawing, you know, maybe, I assume they'd have a co-pilot. I think this would be a pain to do if it was just you out there. So again, like, obviously these missions, there's always someone in the back with me, so I would assume that would be something they could help with while we were doing this, is they would just draw on the map, like, okay, we've searched this area, we've searched this area. You know, the problem with something like this, as opposed to the ground search and rescue, obviously there's currents potentially, whatever. You could have searched an area and the person could have moved, like, not intentionally. Where that's one difference I guess I would think of between the search and rescue we did in the mountains, where, yes, I mean, if the person decided to start walking, but then, you know, that's kind of on them, and most people know, like, okay, if you're going to set off a signal, like, stay put, and then, you know, we need to find you with the signal. This is nuts that we still haven't come across her, but there's that weird anomaly out there, but I don't think we're going that far. Well,
Finding
yeah,
anyone
I
in
guess
this
we
area
are.
is a challenge. Look for anything
Yeah,
unusual.
it is.
You'll know
And
it
now
when you see it.
I'm at 400 feet, so I just want to be careful. But yeah, I don't know, maybe she is in that weird spot, but I swear that's going to be like kind of almost right. Well, no, you know what, there's a little island out there. Now I see it on my little nav map. So there's a tiny little speck, like it doesn't actually show up on my overhead up in the upper left, but yeah, that's right, we did see it. That's like where I turned, so now that gives you some orientation, like that will complete the circle. So now I have my circle on my little nav map, which I suppose, again, we're not doing much, so I can try to drag this over for you. So there you go. So that's what I see. Whoops. And that's why I don't do what I did, because it's hard. Alright. So now we're going to turn, and maybe we'll get lucky, because sometimes this is when things appear. I mean, again, you can see the smoke from the thing. I mean, I suppose my challenge is I'm certainly looking at the water. It's not like I'm not looking at the water, but I'm expecting, like, that I'm going to have the little orange plume as well, that it's not just literally going to be an orange life raft in the water and nothing else, but it might be. I mean, to really make it kind of realistic, that might be all they do. And that there isn't any kind of signal. Yeah, now I gotta be careful because I'm down here. I mean, I dove on purpose. Really pushed the collective. So I think I'm gonna go like halfway back up the circle, and then we're gonna head over this way and cut across the search area. You know, but definitely LittleNavMap is helping from that perspective, because I can tell where I've been. You know, I can then make selections like, alright, I haven't been here, I haven't been there. This is nuts. Alright, so we're just about, I mean, we weren't that far, obviously. We had come back to close the circle. I had gone out at, I don't know, a 25, 30 degree angle. I see the water doing weird things below me. Oh, there's something. Is that them? Or is that... Yeah, that's them. Alright. So there is.
Safe spot.
Alright.
3 north 106 east.
Okay, so we're gonna circle around. So now I'm gonna lower this down. I gotta obviously slow down, so let me do that. We'll get ourselves turned around, and then we're gonna try to figure this out, but there we go. So, not easy to find, but yes, there is a little bit of smoke, but... Okay, wait a minute. Am I so high up that I can't? I think so. That's crazy. Alright. So let me stop moving, because this is causing some real confusion for me. Okay. So what I probably should do is just rudder spin. Alright. I think it might be The thing I don't know and I haven't figured out is some of the distance the height. So am I in essence at 2,400 feet? Am I half a mile away from her because I'm at 2,500 feet? Now, the good news is I'm a little bit more hovering, or I feel I have a little bit more control. God, I really need to watch this. Well, I'll tell you if I am. I don't know. Well, maybe. I mean, I guess 0.4. I mean, because we're getting closer, but I don't think... Yeah, see, it's hard to tell. I mean, but again, if I need to hover at like 500, 600 feet again, I can, but in all of that excitement, I gained 1,400 feet of altitude, so it's pretty bad. Alright, we're not going... Okay, there they are. So we finally have some visibility. Alright, so we're gonna... You know what, I'm gonna go down still. And then we'll skim when we're closer. I mean, I'm way too high. And we might float over anyway, but, you know, that's the thing. At 1,200, I mean, it's 1,200 feet in a minute, so that means it's gonna take, you know, a minute to get down near the water. Again, just using my rudder a bit, doing some stupid stuff. But once I get myself down to, say, 500, 400 maybe, we'll start playing with the hover a little bit and seeing if we can then level out and get closer and then, you know, come down lower and all of that. But right now, it's just a lot. So I do apologize. One of the things I was intending to do is, maybe I'll go, it just seems like I'm still so high up. So maybe we'll go down to the point where I feel I like won't lose the view. Alright, so now we'll put a little more collective in. Okay, now I'm going up. I want to go obviously back down. But now I need to start getting a little closer here. So, man. Oh, the closing distance was nuts. That was fast. I mean, that was fast. Come on, no. Oh my god. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Because this is not... Wow. This is going to be hard. This is going to be really, really hard. Wow. Wow, is this going to be hard. So I'm trying to really get myself to the point where I can tell where I'm at, if that makes sense. My problem is going over the top is going to be bad, and I know that. Okay, so now we're going down a little, well, now we're going down more than a little bit. So I basically need to play this game, and this might be what you really do in a helicopter, but where I'm nursing the collective down and up once I kind of find what I need. So, like, yes, I needed to drop some. And if it's gonna go 300 feet, that's fine. I'd rather take a minute to hover down. Of course, now it's going faster. Come on. Hover a little better. Hover a little better. See, now I need to go down. Oh my god. So what I was going to say is I apologize for not talking more in these missions, but it just gets so intense at points like this that it's hard. Oh my god. This is awful. Okay, how do I know when I'm over them? And how did I go up so high? Oh my god. I don't know that I have this in me. I really don't. Because the point is, I'm not even getting an acknowledgement that I'm hovering above the target anywhere. And I'm deathly afraid of changing my perspective. All I'm doing is rising. Alright, so I may have no choice here but to try this, because I know I did this when I... Alright, so let's turn. Except now, see, like I said, I feel... I can tell on my distance. See, I think I'm doing things... Like, I can't tell what is... See, now I'm a half mile. I think I was tipped forward. And again, I've tried doing things from the cockpit, but yeah, clearly, oh my god, did I go... Alright, so that isn't gonna work. Alright, so it was like around 37-ish. That's about where then I start going down. Alright, so we just went under 400 feet. So, I mean, I may just have to call this and say, you understand the concept, but I'm not skilled enough to execute the concept. Okay. So now I'm kind of stopped. See, and the challenge is when we don't have forward motion, like, come on, no. Oh my god. Am I going up? It's so hard to tell. Am I going up? Am I going down? Now I am going down. Now I'm... Oh my god. I can't even tell you how nerve-wracking this is. It's insane. Alright, well, we got closer. But, and we crashed. Alright, I don't think I can do this.
Hooker 5, we're on site. Roger that.
Alright,
Preparing the hoist now.
let's see. He's doing some weird stuff. Okay. So I think we've seen a bit of the challenge. Alright, well the thing is, it does set me pretty close again, so let's see. So I'm just like literally like dropping down Whoops, no, I hit up too much, darn it. Go up, thank you. It's just so hard to tell when you're over the surface and when you're not. If that makes sense. My God. Oh boy.
Hooker 5, we're on site. Roger that. Preparing the hoist now.
See, I think I'm way too high. Now I'm way too low. Oh my God. And so you can see, it's laying on the water. I'm gonna hit the water again. No, actually, no. See, and so you're like dragging this thing on the water. Oh my God. And then you're just basically trying to get it to touch. Come on. And then this becomes the issue, is like I have to touch them.
Roger that. Preparing the hoist now.
So I don't... Like, this is so challenging for me. It's not even funny. And I'm trying. I am trying really hard to not be floating around like that, but it's just... Because the thing is, like, I don't know how... I think I'm too far. Oh, it's just so difficult to not... to kind of go back and forth on this. Yeah, I am... I can't... So now he... Oh, now he pulled back up? Why? Oh, it's like I have to start over? Oh boy. Where is it? What? Okay. All I did was spin. I don't understand, but okay. Stop, 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 stop. Try to... I think I'm in trouble. It's so hard to get the perspective of what's happening. Okay, so I know I need to be... I thought it was like 37. So I was going down there, but it appears... Come on. I'm just barely juicing the collective. Man, I'm still rising so much. And I think the thing is, like, trying to hover over the target is the issue. And that is what I'm just terrible at doing because I can't see. So I feel like I'm in this no man's land where I'm just not really there, and then I panic when I see I'm falling. Come on, where do we need to be? I don't understand. How am I... Oh my god. I'm so far up now again. Alright. I don't know that I can do this. So I'm probably going to call it because I'm frustrating the heck out of myself. I mean, I've been hovering over this poor thing for 20 minutes at this point. So something's off. Like, I don't have the skill, whatever. Like, I got to get better. But you understand the concept of how this works. Obviously, we'd pick her up, we'd have to go back, we'd have to land. That would be how this would end. And then obviously we just have more of these missions available to us. So not much else I can show, since I'm clearly incapable of even getting what I need here. So I'm not going to torture both of us any longer. I'm sure, again, I'll try it in the future, but this is insanely difficult. I really was like, oh, the hoist will be simple. Why didn't they give us the hoist first? I understand now, especially over the water, because I think the hoist thing I had before, I was over the ground. And the thing that was odd is, like, at that point, I could view over the top, but I think, again, I had settled into a hover, and clearly I can't figure out how to do that. So I'm hoping it's so challenging because it's a little bit off and bugged, and that they're gonna make some changes that will make it a little bit more reasonable. But it just may be this difficult to fly a helicopter, and it's just right now beyond my capability. So I'm not sure what it is. But in any event, we're going to go ahead and we're going to abort this. And again, now I have the benefit I have. So I guess I'll let you know. So the benefit I have is, like, now when I go back, unless this works differently than a normal search and rescue, like, this is where it puts me in when I jumped in. Like, I can just fly to there and I know she'll be there. So that's the benefit of this, is that it's not like truly searching each time if I have to just grind things out or whatever. But obviously this is the mission I need to do, but now I don't need to spend 15-20 minutes searching for her. I know where she is. So as always, if you've enjoyed this and haven't clicked the like button or are not a subscriber, please consider those things, and I will see you next time.